Sensei, leave you lying on your damn face. Got your case when I play the game, it's all pain. Yeah, you won't catch your kid like I'm Liu Kang. Yeah, I've been through it all and I came a long way. Sensei, leave you lying on your damn face. Got your case when I play the game, it's all pain. You won't catch your kid like I'm Liu Kang. Yeah, I've been through it all and I came a long
Here we go for another edition of the AEW Dynamite Review. And yes, my name is Frank Jofo, and we have the usual suspects here with us tonight. Up top, the deluxe package, Alex the Elite, and to my left, Selecta Bruno.
And in the background, a little change of pace. That's the voice of Dev Dibs. Also, entrance music, Jeremy Prophet in Youth Academy,
nice.
Which rocked the house this past weekend.
And we are also live on TikTok here, so if you're on TikTok,
we're live.
Come
It's Wednesday.
on down to YouTube, click the link in the bio, come join us. Let's have some
So
fun.
I see this freaking guy every day, so I don't care about how he's doing. Alex, how are you doing? How did you like this show? What's going on?
Yeah. Hey guys, yeah, I'm doing good. Very enjoyable episode of Dynamite. I don't know if I'm going to be in the minority, but for the most part, far from perfect, but lots of things to unpack and enough for me to enjoy it overall.
Did you like the first hour better or the second hour?
We'll see.
First hour, personally, yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
No kidding.
So Alex, as my elite co-host and tag partner here on the AEW Dynamite Review every week, I am giving you the hot tag here tonight because I had to do a crazy day at work. I literally got home at
Nobody cares.
10 minutes before the end of the
Nobody
show.
cares.
But I did start tuning in on the drive home to Jungle Boy smashing Christian Cage's head into the stairs. So I'm pretty up to speed with what happened.
You didn't hear the promo that he did.
No, I didn't know exactly. So I can't wait to hear from you guys what I missed. And so so hot tag Alex the Elite, hop in, get us started. Let's go AEW Dynamite. What happened? What was the name of the show again?
Sure.
What was the name of the House of the
Dragon?
Yes, House of the Dragon. And that's kind of like, in case you didn't know, this episode of Dynamite was presented by House of the Dragon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It started with a really cool intro, though. Like, I'm a fan of Game of Thrones, so I enjoy the series. And I'm going to watch this if you didn't know, it starts Sunday. I think it's 8 p.m. Anyways, I'm going to watch it. So to me, it's a pretty cool tie-in. I want to say it's a good sign of AEW's future, but like promotional tie-ins don't necessarily mean anything. Spike TV did them all the time with TNA Impact when they had it, and then they still can TNA. So maybe it won't mean much. But
I find it just depends how you capitalize on the momentum, pretty much.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. I really liked the Cody Rhodes and Shaq. Just so I liked when they did that in the early days. Were you tuning in at that time?
Yeah, that was fun.
I liked it because Shaq was like talking shit.
Yeah,
Shaq would talk shit like on the NBA halftime show, and it was like pop culture. Like that's the thing we need to bring back. But continue. I'll shut myself up.
It opened with a video package like mixed with AEW and House of the Dragon footage, which is pretty cool. It was like that was the intro for tonight instead of the usual Dynamite theme song that we get. But right after that, we start. CM Punk comes out, his music hits, crowd goes crazy. The chants were deafening, like as always. He always gets one of the best reactions of on the roster. Lots of things CM Punk said, like he's just throwing shit at everyone. Like, basically he started out. Yeah.
Did he say anything to entice the match that they announced at the end of later on in the night?
Yes.
Okay, so continue.
Yeah. Like he comes out, CM Punk, and one thing that was pretty funny is that he hesitated to doing the stage dive. So normally, like in the past when he would do a stage dive, and the commentary, I think it was Taz or JR mentioned, no stage dive tonight because maybe he got injured that way. That's what
speculation is, right?
Yeah. So he looked and he didn't do it, so it was pretty funny. But right away, I mean, like, this was a bit confusing to me. Like, he calls out, like, he basically saying he's the AEW World Champion. and he has like an important thing to get to and a non-important thing to get to. The non-important thing to get to was calling out Hangman Page, saying, if you want your rematch, you want your title match again, I'm right here, since I know you're from West Virginia, which we're in tonight. Calls out Hangman. Hangman doesn't show up. He's the babyface. You just like freaking bury your former world champion. And he basically says it's not cowboy shit, it's coward shit. You know, everyone talks like they want to be the world champion, but they don't want to do world champion shit. So
Okay.
It was a weird start.
I find
me.
he was whining like a big baby, like because obviously, you know what? I'm going to tell you something right now. I was a big CM Punk fan before. I'm still a CM Punk fan, but lately he's been pissing me off because he's just being that egotistical baby that, okay, you were the best in the world, but you're still not the best in the world, my friend. You can't fucking... But just look at the altercation he had with John Moxley. Huffing and puffing, sweating. John Moxley's there, no problem.
Shout out Swerve Show, by the way. Yeah.
What's going on, Swerve Show?
He liked the show tonight, and he's not a big AEW fan, he says.
Really?
Yeah. So, that makes...
No, but I get your point. Like, but the thing is, CM Punk, he's best when he's a heel, when he's a dick. Like, let's be honest. Like, there's... Like, I don't know how people cheer CM Punk. I like CM Punk, but you gotta boo this guy.
Yeah, because
he's an arrogant asshole.
Yeah, but plus he was able to back it up with his wrestling. His wrestling in AEW hasn't been top tier wrestling, getting paid the most money in the company wrestling. I am the best in the world kind of wrestling. It's not. I'm sorry. Anyone could tell me otherwise, because it's just my fucking opinion. But in the end, I don't think he could hang with a guy like John Moxley. Not to say John Moxley is the best wrestler in the world, but that one-on-one match, John Moxley better eat him fucking alive, because then I don't know what the hell to believe anymore in AEW, because CM Punk, I think he's on the way. I think that injury really fucked him up. I think it really fucked with his ego, with his fucking psyche, and I think that he's on his way down after this title defense, which is another thing I saw, which is weird. Why are they having the match next week? Is that just to fucking tease everybody and play with everybody's head? Because I don't know, man. That's a little pretty weird to me. You put it on the main event at All Out in Chicago. Obviously, it's his hometown. Blah 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 blah. You know, you can't do a pay-per-view anywhere else but Chicago if CM Punk's on the fucking card, because probably no one's gonna cheer for him. Anyways, whatever. But why do you fucking put it on AEW Dynamite? I guess it's just like a tease, maybe. They're obviously going to come down in the wrestling tights and stuff like that, but is the match actually going to happen? The match is going to happen,
but... It could be a tease. Yeah, it could be a tease, or it could be maybe a rematch at All Out, or like a, count out, DQ, some kind of fuckery finish.
But the All Out's in a week after that, right?
That's it, yeah.
So what are you doing? What do you... But then you're just playing with our heads now. You're basically telling every single
wrestler in our wallets.
Yeah, exactly. So you think I'm going to fucking pay $54 or $80, whatever the fuck it is, to watch All Out and watch this match again when I can watch it on free TV? Sorry. You just lost yourself a customer.
I think they're in Cleveland. That's like, okay, he's not from Cleveland. John Moxley, I forget where is he from. He's from Ohio. Cincinnati, sorry.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
I mean, sure, people can lose in their hometown. It happens all the time, but not so much in AEW. I know it's their home state, not the hometown.
If they actually have that match next week and somebody, like I said, like, I want John Moxley to win. I'm fed up with this fucking CM Punk shit. I'm done with it. I am fucking done with it. But if there's an actual match and there's an actual winner next week, I'm going to be very pissed off.
May I interject for a second? You mean to tell me John Moxley's a more entertaining world champion than CM Punk was?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
I mean, and I hate both of them. I hate both of them.
Look at the variety of storylines and type of matches that happen during CM Punk. No, listen to what I just said. I just said type of variety of matches and type of matches and different storylines that he had in his run. And look at Kenny Omega. Look at
AEW.
Look at John Moxley. Yeah, in AEW.
Okay.
And look at John Moxley. We even said it last week at the beginning of the show. It's getting a bit repetitive with his stupid, I'm psycho, I'm going to bleed, you're going to bleed, we're all going to bleed, we'll just bleed in the match, it's another blood match, blah, blah, blah. And again, he literally did the same thing in his first run, and he's doing it again in this run. CM Punk needs to win, man. CM Punk, please win. I do not want this to be another freaking John Moxley.
No, because at least John Moxley could wrestle these other guys that are going to be coming for the title. CM Punk can't even
wrestle.
hang.
Yeah, he could wrestle.
Can't hang.
He could wrestle the guys. Yes, he could be booked in the ring to do things with them.
God,
well, listen.
I can't do that anymore, man.
I mean, I guess you can, with Punk, like, as much as I don't want him to be champion, because I do prefer Moxie now, like, I see that it seems that they want to do a direction with Jericho and Punk. Like, I know Jericho's
That's
talked
what I
about
was
it.
just about to say. I think
For
it
the
might
world
be a
title,
build to
yeah.
Toronto. Could be a build to Toronto.
Oh, yes,
for
right.
a big
It's
Jericho win in Toronto, because that's
around the corner,
that was
yeah.
it. Though when I saw them announce that match
maybe not
at
a win.
Dynamite, I'm like, they're just putting it on Dynamite. I'm like, you're probably
But
gonna,
wait a second here.
like you guys just said before,
would a
CM
Kenny-
Punk maybe is either hurt or
CM Punk,
a
man.
bit pissed, or maybe needs more
Get a
time
fucking
off.
shape,
and
man.
this might be a
Get in the gym.
no. He
Get some
injury. He may have
endurance.
injury.
He's always been like that,
I'm
Punk.
talking- I'm
He's
talking-
never
I'm
been.
The
Like,
guy can't breathe
he's
in
always
the
looked like
ring.
that.
You mean
He just had a little brawl
you're
there.
dissing CM Punk's shape, and you're the biggest Adam Cole fan defending him till you're blue in the
Who's
face?
talking about fucking Adam Cole, man?
I'm just saying.
Oh,
You want to
Who's
talk about
talking
people?
about
Shit on
Adam
Adam
Cole?
I'm just saying you.
I'm talking about fucking.
Yeah,
I'm talking about two wrestlers that I fucking hate. That I'm trying to fucking conceal here with you guys. So if you want me to talk stupid, I'll talk fucking stupid.
You do that all the time anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to be fucking nice here, and you're fucking picking at me here now.
We're redlining on the
Give a
microphone,
fuck
by the
we're
way.
redlining. I'll
I
smash
was just so
everything you
passionate
fuck.
on wrestle
Because I
talk.
hate these two fucking guys, and I gotta talk about them. But if I'm gonna take one, I'm not gonna take fucking CM Punk, because the guy can't even fucking wrestle for 2 seconds. Fuck. You can't. You can see it. Everybody sees it. Why? Because you could talk on the fucking mic? Me too, I could talk on the fucking mic. It's enough. It's enough, CM Punk. Stay in the back. Go back to Chicago. Go count your pennies. Fuck. Fuck, man. You're a loser in UFC, and you're a loser in AEW. You fucking lowlife.
I think that's one of the biggest crowd pops right now in wrestling. But carry on, Alex. Yes.
Gives a fuck about crowd pops.
Carry
man.
on,
Yeah,
Alex.
just to fill you in, though. I think you figured it out, but there was a face-to-face Moxie and CM Punk at the beginning of the show. But Punk was on fire with his insults to Moxie. Like I like wrote down a few of them. I probably missed a few, but he basically said Moxie he's the third best guy in the group in any of the groups that he's been in. So in the past and in it's a
the
reoccurring
Shield,
theme.
the
So
Shield,
referencing the
yeah,
Shield
yeah.
and also now the BCC.
Very nice.
Which is a
Very
great
nice for
line,
the,
and
for
then
the
he said
wrestling
that-
fans. Yeah.
Same old Punk shit.
And
Yeah,
any
what else?
chance he gets, CM Punk has to take a shot at Eddie Kingston. He said that Eddie Kingston is the third best Eddie that he's ever shared the ring with, and he's the second best Kingston he's ever shared a locker room with.
Doesn't do it for me anymore, CM Punk, man. Does not do it. I was the biggest CM Punk fan ever.
Oh, okay.
Does not do it for me anymore.
So no MJF talk. So that means he's definitely out then.
No.
Or
Yeah, well,
No, because you
Or
have to
they're
keep
doing
it
it
all
quiet.
out.
You have to
Or
keep
this
it
is the
quiet.
best-
MJF it all out.
or this is the MJF showing why he's the best old school keeping it kayfabe wrestler of our generation. We'll see. But yeah, carry on with the insults.
And just one last line that CM Punk had was the best one. He goes, "I'm afraid if I touch you, Moxley, you'll bleed all over me," which was brilliant.
Yes.
And then they went into a brawl. They had a pull-apart brawl. It
Why
felt
do
like
you-
it never ended.
Why do you think they
Yeah.
had the second brawl?
I guess for a reasoning to have the match next week, even though I don't think they needed it. But that's
Or do you
probably
think
why.
the first one didn't hit as good as it was supposed to hit? That first brawl with the
Well, I guess like the punches didn't look
come on,
the
admit
best.
it, admit it.
Let's be
Alex.
honest.
Come on, let's
Yeah,
be honest.
it
here.
didn't.
Let's
It
be honest.
didn't.
It didn't hit. It didn't.
Yeah,
Hit.
no.
Come on.
But I guess it's to just really fuel the storyline that these guys can't, control themselves. We have to settle it next
Yes,
week. I think Tony
we
Khan
know.
went on Twitter saying that we can't wait till All Out. We have to do it next week.
Well,
It's
to
a
tell you the
pressing
truth,
issue.
I don't think it's Tony Khan on his Twitter page anymore. To tell you the truth, it's very generic stuff that he writes now. Copy paste kind of stuff. If you scroll down,
Yeah.
you see it's all the same stuff. So maybe Daddy gave him a bit of a spanking for talking too much smack about
I
somebody.
say it might be better that way. It's not him.
Well, I think it is a little bit better, but I'm
Yeah.
sure he's salivating or he's. Anyways, Tony Khan. Wait till I see him in Toronto. I'm gonna give him a slap from me too. Fuck, I'll lay him out. One shot. Fuck.
Oh, that's gonna help us get those press passes we're after.
Give a fuck about press
Yeah.
passes. Fuck. I'll fucking run in the back
So
myself.
much for that.
So much for the press passes. They got the
Yeah, but just moving along, since we always complain that they don't do highlights, they started showing some highlights a bit more tonight with recapping Ricky Starks and Aaron's solo match of last week, which led to the Powerhouse Hobbs promo, basically saying he's gonna get Ricky Starks. Of course, Ricky Starks showed his true colors, saying that he's not ashamed of losing, and Hobbs carried him for the past 2 years. But at the end, Hobbs said that he has something special for the factory, so he didn't forget that part where the factory was a factor in this storyline. So see what happens with Hobbs in the factory and Starks.
Hobbs got to speak for more than 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think it was about a minute or two.
Nice. Good to hear. They're advancing. They're advancing them. They're advancing them. The storyline there. I like it.
That's it.
It's fun to see. Like we said last week, we keep seeing storylines, big storylines with Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks. It's refreshing. It's refreshing to see that, and it's a good palate cleanser before we get the main event.
Hobbs still needs some work on the mic though.
Yeah, well, we said that last week. Sure. A guy like that, it's better to have him say something here and there. Same with Wardlow. Give him a mouthpiece. Yeah. That's why we found
Wardlow shouldn't say anything at all. Zero.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry.
Fuck out of here, man.
Don't worry.
Stop, man.
Tony Khan.
You can't wrestle. You can't talk on the mic, and they gave you a belt. Just be happy and just
Tony
shut your mouth, man.
Tony Khan, you will get your action figure. You will get your star. You'll get your picturesque wrestler that knows how to move, knows how to wrestle, knows how to beat people up, and knows how to talk.
Who's that?
Oh, you know who he is.
Do I like him or hate him?
Oh, you know exactly who he is. And he's representing those two flags right there.
Oh, flags.
Oh, yes, he is, baby. And he's on his way. He's on his way.
He still has to get through another two guys in the final, but I don't doubt that he won't be able to pull that off. So,
listen, if I know the Prophet like I do, it's been over 20 years now.
20 years, fuck. What are you like?
He's been ready for this since we were 9 years old. Since we're taping up our skates, but that's another story.
That's
another story. Tony Sean.
When he was playing with you, you might as well fucking do something else. Fuck his Steve. Fuck playing hockey with you and Adam C.
Back to the action. Back to the action.
So did you know that
it's not even called hockey? Fuck. It's not even called hockey.
House of the Dragon. Come on, guys.
Say it again.
I was just gonna say, House of the Dragon presents AEW Dynamite again tonight because we have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah, exactly.
As the guest
I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan, but I can guarantee you, after watching all these stupid promos of the show, I don't want to watch it now. It's too much. It's too much. I don't know if you're a big Game of Thrones fan, are you?
It's one of the hugest shows in our generation.
Yeah, I've watched the series. Yeah.
I couldn't get into it. Kavarius and Tavarius and Skeet and Scat. That I don't know.
Hey, it's better than the WCW.
The 2 seasons are a bit of a letdown, so. There you go. Too many seasons.
Is it better than WCW teaming up with Chucky like back in the days for Halloween Havoc?
RoboCop.
Yes, a RoboCop. Oh yeah. So what do we have next up here on the docket?
Yes, we have a 2 out of 3 falls match with the American Dragon Bryan Danielson against the Dragon Slayer Daniel Garcia with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as the guest timekeeper, with House of the Dragon on the mats. I should have mentioned in the ring. House of the Dragon on stage, the logo on stage. So dragons everywhere. Dragon 2 out of 3 falls match.
I feel like there was a Dragon Slayer recently in the recent years in a gimmick somewhere. No,
oh, it's Seth Rollins
and a Jay.
Oh yeah,
too,
it was Seth Rollins when he
Seth Rollins was the
when he killed what's his face in the ring there in the Hell in the Cell.
Beast Slayer.
Yeah.
Everything Slayer.
Sort of Anna Jay is
another thing
Slayer.
they stole from fucking WWE. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, but it's good stuff.
That's not original. Fuck the
yeah,
Slayer.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? To me,
it must be a 1930s comic book named that.
You stole it from WWE. That's it. You're gonna tell me I'm wrong? It's much my fucking opinion.
Stating fact is not an opinion.
Prove me otherwise. Anyway. Prove me otherwise.
So we had 2 out of 3 falls match. Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia, which is a very, very good match. Excellent match. Much like the match we saw, was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Losing track here. Maybe not the outcome I think all of us wanted, but I think it's the right outcome for the story. So just to give you the recap of the first fall went to Daniel Garcia because he had to do a dragon sleeper in order to put down the dragon.
It was weird how he got that first fall because I saw it. I knew he got the first fall. I saw the ref go, but it didn't seem like everyone else figured it out for themselves. I don't know. Even the commentators were a bit confused.
Yeah.
So
he should have tapped. Like, this one thing that I hate in pro wrestling, people don't tap. Stop passing out. You can fucking tap.
Well,
it's fine. It makes sense.
You're gonna pass out on the first fall of a 2 out of 3 falls match. I don't think that was a great idea. You could keep on going.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. But guess what? You still have a match to go. So you should be passed out. He should have lost the second. Like, what? He got up. Then obviously we know what happened, but continue.
Yeah, well, I mean, people pass out and wake up like all the time.
I know,
like,
but
it's
as soon as you
not
saw that,
impossible.
you knew that
I know.
Bryan was going to win.
You know how much I
what
love
it
to
was.
argue with him. He's got a point on that one. It's gonna be a submission. We can be the first of the fall.
No, you should have tapped out.
But then at least you give him the okay. If he would have tapped, okay, I can
Yeah, if he
understand.
taps
But
out quick,
pass out, but you still have a match to go in this. Like no.
Like, how
Now
about
you knew Bryan Danielson was gonna win.
if they could do like he taps out right away, and like he had to tap out right away because
Yeah.
he still has another fall to
He
go.
was
We
in it
couldn't
for
risk.
like at
You know
least
what I
30,
mean? Like
more than 30 seconds. That's for sure.
That's it. But
100%.
it always makes sense in anything, pro wrestling, MMA, whatever you watch. You have to tap out in order to prevent injury. It just makes sense. So it's not like it's just because we've all been conditioned from years ago. You tapped out like they freaking did to Liv Morgan on WWE.
Yeah,
but that's
but
another story.
we forgot about this
It's
before
stupid.
that.
Yes, the arms. You're right. Yeah. No, they didn't do that.
They don't do it. They did it.
Come back. Come on.
Jericho did it last week, didn't he? I think
Oh, he
Jericho
tapped
did
out,
it, but I think
No,
at
he
one
went like
point
this, and then he
did
tapped
the
out.
Oh yeah,
whole.
yeah.
Then he tapped out.
Okay. So what happened here? So first fall, what
Yeah.
was the second
First
fall?
fall went to Daniel Garcia. Second fall went to Bryan Danielson. Daniel Garcia went for the arm trap, the Dragon Sleeper again, but Danielson rolled over and did a quick roll up, like he rolled back, so he got a quick pinfall. Then let's see, round 3 or the fall number 3 went to Bryan Danielson via the LaBelle lock, which was a nice tribute to actually Gene LaBelle, who passed away recently. That's what the move is named after.
Yeah.
Shoot wrestler, like very famous and a mentor to Bryan Danielson. So that was good. A couple like just spots I ran through that I just want to mention. Bryan Danielson did a spider German suplex to Daniel Garcia, which looked great, very dangerous.
Yeah, I did.
We saw a DDT to the floor. I think by Daniel Garcia to Danielson.
Garcia to Bryan Danielson, yeah.
Yeah,
With
it busted him open a little bit, but at
The
least he wasn't
exposed,
bleeding like crazy.
with the exposed concrete.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, the mats were lifted off. That's right. Yeah, so that was good. Then we saw a spot that like was really dumb. Like I was hoping it brought back memories, bad memories, scary memories of Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness from ROH in 2006. I think it was United when they were in the UK. Basically, Danielson took Garcia and they were doing it to each other. They were outside holding each other's arms and like trying to bash each other's, I guess, with shoulders to the ring post. I was hoping they didn't do their head first to the ring post, because that's what like Nigel and Danielson did 15 years ago. I think it was the anniversary recently,
Really?
which is a very stupid spot.
And
But,
one of them got hurt, or what happened?
Yeah, well, like Nigel it's like freaking for sure, like they have brain damage from that. Like they got busted open
He
the hard way.
legitimately smashed his head into the
Yeah.
wow.
Danielson took Nigel and smashed his head into the ring post, and
Wow.
he did it like 3 or 4 times because he wanted him to get busted open the hard way. So like,
Wow.
you do it once, the guy's not bleeding, you got to do it again, right?
Wow. Holy shit! I didn't know that. That's fucking. That's a
Thank
cool
God
little
they
stat.
didn't do it like that. Thank God they didn't do it like that.
Yeah,
so-
it was shoulder to shoulder, but it was still pretty,
shoulder to shoulder.
That shoulder could have been popped out very easily in that situation.
Yeah,
So,
especially I think they always mention on commentary the ring posts of AEW are square
They're
and they're
square.
not round. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So you could get that corner right in the shoulder bone there, or the collarbone.
Yeah.
For
sure. That wasn't going to be pretty, but very enjoyable match, very physical. The aftermath of the match is why I think the finish was fine. So just to fill you in, Bruno, what happened is Danielson beat Daniel Garcia with the LaBelle lock. After the match, Danielson was showing respect to Garcia and he offered his hand in a handshake. But before Garcia could accept it or decline it, Jericho ran down and attacked Danielson.
Okay.
So Jericho's beating on Danielson. And then Daniel Garcia pulls Jericho off of Danielson. I know it's too many Danielson. I just realized. So if you're still like following along.
I picture it. I'm picturing it happen.
Okay. So then Jericho and Garcia got into a little battle, like arguing, and so that's the story here. I guess we could see that Garcia is turning. He's going to join the BCC, joining Danielson. But what was cool is that the crowd started chanting, "You're a wrestler," to Garcia. So we had some chants there.
Oh, it's enough. Fucking, how many matches do you have to fucking watch this guy to know that he's a fucking great wrestler? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he is a heel. You know what I mean? I do criticize him on his promo skills here and there, but I have never accused him of being a bad wrestler. And tonight he showed that he is in the top tier of wrestlers in AEW. But it just goes to show the guy needs. You know what? I think the rub of being with Chris Jericho might help him down the road with his promo skills, because having Chris Jericho, Daddy Magic, Angelo Parker, not Jake Hager, the guy I can't kind of promo for his life dependent on it, but those three guys are promo kings from where they came from before. And to see them with Daniel Garcia now, because they're not going to show Daniel Garcia how to wrestle, that's for sure, but they're going to show him how to talk on the mic and be a star, be a sports entertainer, right? So I think going forward, you're going to see some big things going on with Daniel Garcia. And now we're going to get to see, this is the thing, right? You get guys that are everyone's been in factions or in groups. So just for example, like I said before, like a guy like Wardlow, after he left MJF, how has he been doing? You know, guys like Daniel Garcia, now we're going to get to see what he's made of now. Let's see what he could do by himself. Because when you're with a group, it's a lot easier. But when you're by yourself, there's no one to leech on to. So let's see what he's up to. Let's see what he could do. But maybe he's going to go with the Blackpool Combat Club. I could see that happening too. But maybe the Wheeler Yuta might have something to say about that. So we'll see. But I liked it. I liked it a lot at the end. So now next week we're going to get to see Jericho come out and probably slap around Daniel Garcia to build him more of a baby face, because he has a baby face, Daniel Garcia. He's not a heel.
23 years old.
He's not a heel, man. Like everyone, you know what I mean? So, and he has the wrestling ability behind him. So I see some big things happening for Daniel Garcia. But once he has that mic in his hand, anything could happen. So I hope he keeps it short and sweet. Keep it to the wrestling. But he still needs. I think he might still need a. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he is improving, because they've been giving him the TV time with a mic, right? They're telling you we want this guy to be something, because as a fucking great wrestler like Daniel Bryan, he wasn't the best on the mic at the beginning of his career, but now look at him now. You know, so it takes time. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. I think this is the second coming of Daniel Bryan out of Daniel Garcia. I think it's more of a carbon copy. You know more Ring of Honor than me, Alex. You see the same traits and the same qualities that Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to call him, had in Ring of Honor that Daniel Garcia has right now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, they're master technicians, and you can see even tonight too. He did some of Danielson's moves besides the Busaiko knee. He also did.
They were even saying that he was his favorite wrestler too at the same time.
And just on top of that, like to that point, there was a short one-on-one promo battle between them on Rampage. I think it was like maybe 5 minutes this past Friday between Daniel Garcia and Bryan Danielson, and it was very, very good. And you know, the story was like very like relatable. You know, like Bryan Danielson is Daniel Garcia's hero. He said it in the past in interviews. He's saying it now, and like there's so many emotions that he's felt following Bryan Danielson's career. You know, he had tears of joy, tears of pain, you know, during him winning the title, Daniel Bryan having to retire, coming back, retiring. And so it's like, you know, like it's like if you hurt, you know, you hurting me makes me want to hurt you. That's what basically what Daniel Garcia said to Danielson.
You see the difference? There was somebody I remember complaining about CM Punk's been saying, I've been trying to elevate the younger talent and putting people over. Daniel Bryan's been doing that 10 times better, even though he hasn't fought as many people as CM Punk. Because at one point, CM Punk was fighting everybody. But CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are two different guys. But I think Bryan Danielson might be the guy to thank putting over Daniel Garcia right here. Because if it wasn't for the quality of matches of Bryan Danielson and the quality of promos leading up to this match, and obviously passing out the last time, I think Daniel Garcia would still be in the doghouse. But what Daniel Bryan did for Daniel Garcia, kudos to him, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely, and a lot more. I think he put over somebody. To tell you the truth, who has CM Punk put over?
I guess MJF, but I don't know if that really counts.
But it doesn't really count. I think he was already over as it is, right?
Yeah,
he was already over.
He already was.
So pretty much, what? Who has he put over? Nobody. He's buried everybody he's fucking wrestled.
I don't know if he's buried.
That's a bad choice of words.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
He had that long run where he started like almost every show against a random person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you're not putting anybody over. Look what Bryan Danielson just did for fucking in the last month and a half, 2 months. Look what he's done.
Yeah, but that's after they promoted Daniel Garcia for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
it's
just a random
but if he
guy
was
that
a
been on
bad
the show for
wrestler,
3 weeks.
if he
It's
was
a
a
guy
bad
they've
wrestler,
been-
we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this right now.
No, but he
It's
did
just-
it
it's
for a
because
guy.
of his wrestling,
Yeah.
not because of his
I guess-
promos.
Yeah, but he
I
also
guess
because of his
the-
promos.
Yeah. So sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that he did it for a guy that he saw they're building to be a big thing. So of course it's like,
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
why? Because he's a
What?
good wrestler, not because he was amazing. He's not MJF great on the mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like,
So,
all the facts are there. It's like one thing if the guy's a good wrestler, but he's only been there for a month. You're not going to do the job in the position as Bryan Danielson. Sorry. But now
It was one of
a young
it was
guy,
the biggest
like Daniel-
upset in AEW Dynamite history, in my opinion.
But
I think.
but whatever they're talking about,
Yeah.
he's been built and going to be built to be something. So that's why he knows that the future is this kid. So like, I'm going to do it for him, you know. And that's why he did it. It's not just a guy that's hot for a month or hot for a couple of weeks that people are talking about. Oh, he's got to fight this guy. No, this is a guy they've been building.
When you get your name on a championship belt like this over here, as everyone can see the name there on the AEW belt,
Yeah.
right there, you know you're a hot commodity here in this business. So
But
continue.
I just want to say, I guess what makes it like different, or what made it easier for Danielson to do this, to elevate Daniel Garcia and maybe even like Yuta as well, right? Is that he wasn't going for the world title. So like CM Punk, the whole point was building him these matches for him to be champion. Like we had Danielson, like he put over Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah.
He was in the title picture for a very short period of time. Like CM Punk,
Danielson
the whole
did it.
thing of him winning, beating everyone was probably Tony Khan saying, "I want CM Punk as my champion." So he's got to beat everyone.
That's
so,
you know what you
That's the
literally
thing.
hit it on the nose right there, my friend. Wow, man, that is so fucking true, man. It's
But even
you're
like,
right. You're
yeah,
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
even Danielson too. Like when he was in WWE, he wanted to lose to everyone. He was like part of the creative team at
Oh,
one point on
because you
SmackDown.
want to put
he would lose to Drew
you want to
Gulak.
put people over, right? Because at least when people
Yeah.
talk, when 10 years, 15 years from now, when we see Daniel Garcia with a championship belt around his waist, and Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him, is not in the picture anymore, not even in professional wrestling anymore, you're gonna remember what Bryan Danielson did for Daniel Garcia to become a champion one day. And you know what? Thank you very much, Bryan. Because in the end, if it wasn't for him, I don't think nobody would care about fucking Daniel Garcia as much as he is a good fucking wrestler.
But you know who we do care about?
Who?
Kofi Weedston in the
Kofi
chat right
Weedston.
now. Let's go.
Can't see
He's
the
back,
chat. I
baby.
can't see it.
He's live. He's there.
Yeah.
Oh, there was the chat view. Oh, we're upping our production here. We have
Yeah, on the fly.
we now have multiple. Let's say multiple views. Bang.
Oh my
We get
God! Look
chat.
at
There we
this.
go.
See, we're doing it on the
Wow.
fly, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to thank everybody that's on social media. I know that there has been some confusion about our Instagram page.
Yeah.
Something happened that it's out of our hands. We're trying to fix it. We are aware
We've
that
been hacked, damn it.
something must have happened here because there was no email or nothing that we received that we did something wrong. So we're trying to figure it out. Thank you to all the fans out there that have been reaching out to us on Facebook and Twitter and other Instagram accounts, letting us know that happened. But we'll be back soon with an Instagram page, maybe a backup page. We'll see, but we're gonna get some more content. If you want to see more content, just go over to the Real Jeremy Prophet page, or on Instagram, or come on over to Facebook on our Joe Fo in the Ring page, and of course on our Twitter page at Joe Fo in the Ring, and right here live on YouTube. For every time we got something cooking, it's going to be on YouTube. So come check us out and subscribe. Thank you very much.
That being said,
With that being said,
let's get back to the action.
Yeah. Okay. So just right after that, we just had a quick promo hyping up a match on Rampage. Swerve in Our Glory and Private Party. I guess Private Party are ranked number 5 apparently in the rankings.
wow, they must have
Probably beat someone on Dark.
they must be wrestling 2-3 times on AEW Dark, and you know what I mean. And we don't even know about it. So that's what it is,
sure.
right? In the end, that's how they build. That's how everybody builds their rankings, right? When's the last time you seen a fucking TV match with Private Party?
Was it against the
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Lucha Brothers?
Just for us to think about. It was
Yeah,
at least a
that's it,
month
yeah.
ago, and they
Couple
lost.
weeks, for sure,
and they
yeah.
lost.
Yeah, that's it.
So all of a sudden they're rising up to the 5th spot when they're losing matches on TV, but they're winning on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah.
There has to be something that has to happen here. Maybe give us some highlights from AEW Dark and Elevation, maybe so I could think that these guys have a shot at beating these guys on Friday night. Because obviously I'm not gonna watch because first of all, there's all kinds of spoilers that go out. I try not to look at them. But secondly, who the fuck are Private Party now? They're nobodies. They're literally nobodies. They were somebody at the beginning, but they're not winning matches, man. You're winning on AEW Dark against fucking frickin' Frack. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit unless you make me give a shit about it and show me a package or two about it on AEW Dynamite. Or maybe, you know what? Put it on fucking Twitter or on Facebook. Put it somewhere. At least we know. I'm not watching AEW Dark.
You know what they say? You know what they say, Frank?
What?
If a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to see it, does it still make a noise?
No, that means you're an idiot. That's why.
So
that makes any sense.
if they're winning on Dark and you're not seeing it, they're still racking up those dubs, up those dubs, those victories, those wins.
AEW Dark. Okay.
So just moving along after that, we had another backstage promo with Jericho and 2.0, Ange and Matt Menard. Yeah. I mean, this is for nostalgia. Jericho, like we said, Jericho's calling out Daniel Garcia next week to straighten out the shit that he pulled after the match. And then here comes Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to confront Jericho.
15 years in the making. I've always hated you.
Yes, it was.
You know what? Jericho hates a lot of people. He hates a lot of people. Every promo, you know what? I hate you. I've always hated you. It's always the same.
But I got to say, Steamboat doing a chop on Angelo Parker was pretty funny.
I think they should have switched the angle on it, though. It looked pretty bad from our angle, but I understand it. I wouldn't want, I'm making fun of it now, but I wouldn't want to receive a chop from fucking Regis Dragon Steamboat now or 20 years ago. So, but come on, camera guy, move out of the way a little bit, go on another angle so we can see that chop. You know,
I guess they had one take, right? One take.
Especially on Angelo Parker there, he caught that beating there. Poor guy, always catches beatings. That's all they do. It's catch beatings. But
they run their mouths and they catch beatings.
I didn't watch. This is stupid because I say I don't watch AEW Dark or Elevation, but I did see. I don't know where I saw it. Daddy Magic was on commentary on AEW Dark or Elevation. Everybody was loving it. Everybody was loving it. So maybe I might have to check it out for myself and see how good he is. But I know he's very good on the mic and he's a jokester and everything. So. That's why I don't know. I know he's injured. We were the first ones to report that.
He can still entertain, man.
Of course he can still entertain.
That's why he's there.
I fuck it. See how injuries happen, man. Maybe they were going for the tag team championship belts. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah, or at least give them having a title shot would be good. It would make sense because at some point JAS, don't you want titles? I know Jericho was he just lost the world title championship match, but the rest of the guys,
he gets injured, right? So now things change, and obviously I have a feeling that it's weird too that FTR is not defending the titles again at 2 pay-per-views in a row. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I know. They're in a 6-man tag.
Doesn't make sense to me, man. There's something happening backstage that we don't know about. I'm telling you, man. There has to be something.
Yeah.
You can't have. These guys have
and they're in the main event. They're the main event
belts.
is what's had the problem backstage. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Still, man, come on, man. The trios titles are more important than the tag team titles, then.
Well, they're more important than ROH, AAA, and IWGP tag titles.
Don't come out.
They're AEW titles.
Don't come out with those titles then. Keep them fucking in the back or keep them at home. Fuck. You have to show everybody every week that you have 3 fucking titles, but you never defend one? Come on, man. Come on.
Wow.
But why didn't they just put the AEW tag titles on them, and who cares about the other three?
That's what I'm saying. At least don't come out with it.
Ask the guys in the main event tonight.
Maybe when you get your fucking press pass, you can go ask Tony Khan in the back.
No,
because God forbid if I ever get a fucking press pass and I get to talk to Tony Khan face to face.
This is not a Tony Khan.
I got a lot of things to say,
This is not a Tony Khan thing. This is a tag team division thing. And this is
there's somebody fucking.
This is I'm not losing this belt to these people.
That's what it is.
And as a matter of fact, we're gonna give it to other people. People or whatever they care about, but not as much. And we're gonna unveil a new championship, and
on top of that,
we're gonna focus on that and us and our best friend and our little crew and everything. That's the problem. It's not.
I think AEW
it's not the best tag team.
I think they hated FTR. I think deep
No,
down they
Young-
hate FTR.
Young Bucks. Young
yeah,
Bucks.
well, Young Bucks own fucking. They're fucking in it. They're the guys.
This is us witnessing our generation. Where you hear the stories in 20 years, like the NWO.
So you're
about
just gonna
backstage,
sabotage
like,
them and make them. Put
How
them
when
in,
you heard that
in-
Kevin Nash said, "No, I'm not doing this.
Because
and
think of
I'm
it.
doing this in the main event."
Think of the
and they had the
inside.
big okay. Well, he has to do that, or he's not coming to the show tonight. Like we're gonna hear these stories in 20
Think
years.
of the
I can't
inside
wait.
joke now. What match are they in? What match is FTR in at the pay-per-view? A trios match.
Yeah, it's a
trios match.
six
Yeah,
at a time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're tag team champions. They shouldn't be in a trios match. Plus,
Well-
there's trios titles coming out, and they're not even in that. Why? If they're that good, why didn't they make a team with Wardlow and go get the fucking trios titles?
Well,
no, let's put them in a trios match. That's not for the trios titles. But they have three other
Like,
belts.
I mean,
Think about
that's like a Rampage or a Dynamite match at best. Like I would say
That's just
trios
because
match.
we have to put our champions on the show, and we fucked up. We don't have anything for them. That's what it is.
Yeah. Ask the guys.
But why? Wardlow can't go defend it. He can't defend it against fucking Hook. Give him a beating. Let's go title for title.
They're
Fuck.
just doing. They're just trying to give Wardlow some
They're trying to
some
put too
type
much
of
effort.
like.
These
Some
trios
sports
titles could have
spotlight
waited.
because
These
it was
trios titles could have waited. They could have waited at least another month or two. At least another
These
month
guys
or
have
two.
been planning this for 2 years. I guarantee. The video game's coming
So
out.
why do you
soon.
have your fucking
Can you-
AEW champion in a trios match? Not even for those fucking titles.
Because they
It
care
doesn't
about
make
themselves.
sense.
Because they care about themselves. But that's the story for another day.
You think
Because
that's
I still want
you
press
think that's-
passes.
You think, oh, fuck about press passes.
I want
You
press
can't
for
bash
8.
You got to give them constructive criticism instead of just like bashing them, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you know what? Because I fucking tell the truth. That's my fucking
I
opinion.
know, but
You know what I mean? I'm
But
not gonna
you-
fucking
I
sugarcoat because
feel
I want
you-
to fucking
feel-
press pass.
I feel you got to just limit the hate speech.
Fucking press pass.
Limit
There you
the
go.
ending, the
Hate
rant
speech.
on the opinion giving with, I want to see someone and punch them in the face. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff.
Well, then you're gonna get punched in the face then.
Me, it's fine. But even that, hate speech online is not good, even if it's against me who could take it, right?
Yeah,
So
but if you say hate speech, that means that we're gonna get fucking. Keep saying
someone
it, fucking-
watching our show and him hearing you
Yeah,
say
but
his
keep
name
saying-
and then
keep
finishing
saying
up with
the
saying,
word.
if I
Keep
see him
saying
and
the
he's
word.
a fucking idiot, I'm gonna punch him in the
Why?
face.
Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Think if you watch a show randomly and you hear the guy say, that fucking Frank Joe voice, what the fuck he's doing his fucking show, he's all over the place. If I fucking see him, I'll fucking punch him in the face. Doesn't know what he's doing. You saw that. What would you be thinking?
Why? Because you hear too
Oh,
much
you know
on
what?
fucking Monday
These
nights.
guys,
I
I
can't say it
like
once or
these
twice
guys.
on fucking
Yeah, because
Wednesdays.
I like to cut these guys jib. You know what? I actually want to invite them over for dinner. Alex,
Fucking
let's get
dinner.
back to the action.
Fucking press pass
Please,
up your
let's
ass.
do.
Press passes
So-
right here, baby.
Speaking of like beating each other up and kicking each other's asses, we have the Ass Boys coming out
Yes.
to wrestle the Varsity Blondes. If you blinked, I think you missed the match
I
because that was
literally
like
fucking
30
blinked.
seconds.
What
I
happened?
farted and fucking.
It was a
over.
squash.
Yeah.
How bad?
Like
Well, basically,
under a
yeah.
minute. Under a minute.
Yeah, the Gun Club. I think one of them did the Colt 45. I guess which one of the Guns did that, and to Griff Garrison, and the match was over.
Good. I like it. I like it. Gun Club
Yeah,
all the way,
well, I mean-
baby. Gun Club all the way.
Well, we'll see if you like what happened after. So
Oh.
after the match, Billy Gunn was saying, that's how you get it done, sons. Like get your shit together. I'm glad. I'm happy and proud of you for once. And then Stokely Hathaway showed up on stage, and basically had the Ass Boys turn on their father. So they were beating up Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass.
Wow. I like it. I like it a lot.
But
I like
We
it a
had the-
lot.
What? I'm sure it's gonna last.
it's not over.
A week.
It's not yet.
It's not over. What happened?
The Acclaimed came out to make the save.
Of course.
And we have a reunion of Scissor Me Daddy Ass with the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn.
I freaking
Yeah.
love it. I love every
You're
second
such
of
a
it.
fucking
I,
tool. It's
I love it.
disgusting.
I love
I love it.
I don't know.
I love it.
why
I
did
love
they-
it.
well,
I love
I
it.
don't get why they did the dumpster match first. They should
There
have
you
done that
go.
But they
But
do it
there
all
you
the time.
go.
But that
Fuck.
now you have to
Do it
expect
later.
Don't
it.
say that, hey Alex. We're not gonna get press passes now. We're not gonna get press
Ah,
passes.
shit.
He's catching on. See, but they do that with they do it often. They do it with the
Such
blood and
bad
guts
booking.
match.
Makes them look like
They
idiots.
did. They did it with. They do this often. So at this point, you have to just roll with the punches. You know. It's,
I know, but
it's
I'm just saying you do a regular tag match first with the Acclaimed and the Gun Club, then the next match or
No,
the
because
if you're gonna
now
do 3 or 4 matches.
on All Out, they could have had a dumpster match, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Sure.
There
in
you
all
go.
Fairness, in all
No,
fairness,
let's have a
in
dumpster
all
match now. We're not going to
fairness-
see them wrestle again.
in all fairness for the storyline, if you listen and pay attention a little bit, he mentioned last week, Daddy Ass did, that he was embarrassed that they ruined his name in the only match he made famous.
Oh, wow.
So as you could
What a
see,
name to claim.
what? And that
Yeah.
and also before when that whole beef was going on, it looked more like he was siding with the Acclaimed, remember? But he ended up siding with his sons. So this story, if you actually look into the layers of it, this, you know what I mean? Like, oh,
was
you
so
weren't really
stupid.
fucking with us, and then you gave us shit because we fucked up in the
doesn't take much
dumpster
to
match.
entertain you,
Fuck
eh?
it, we're going with Stokely, Dad.
You're like a 4-year-old.
You know,
fucking
they're
brain.
rebellious. They're rebellious. They're in a
Stupidest
rebellious
things make
stage.
you
You know,
happy.
they're embarrassed by being with their dad. Everyone's been in that stage. You know, but lucky they'll realize they have the coolest dad. You know, one of the coolest dads out there. Probably grandpa at this point. How old is Billy Gunn?
Grandpa ass. That's what the
Yeah.
who calls him that. I think Stokely
called him last
him?
week. Yeah, I called him that last week. I'm having fun with the Acclaimed Billy Gunn Ass Boys storyline. I'm enjoying it. It's that good old fashioned wrestling. You have to, you know,
Say
take it
something,
for
Alex,
it is.
please.
Like you said, it's quick.
Interrupt
It's-
him.
it's-
Interrupt
They
him.
never
You want me to
over-
throw something at him? I'll do it.
they never overdo
I'll
the
do it.
presence
Well.
either.
I'll do it.
They never overdo their stay, right? Their segments are never too long. You know, like it's always like, bing bang boom. You get your
Bing,
Ass
bang,
Boy
boom.
segment.
Yeah.
Story continues.
You're like a TikTok guy.
guess.
30
I guess.
seconds and I'm out. That's all I need. That's all I need.
But-
Yes.
One thing
Right.
to look forward to next week is, I know we're going to talk about the the Trios Championships later, the tournament, but an excellent, for sure, on paper, has to deliver. There's no way it cannot. We have Death Triangle against Aussie Open.
Oh my
For-
God.
Holy shit, that match is going to be insane. So we just had Pac cut a promo on Osprey and Aussie Open saying he has unfinished business. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I was thinking of this when they announced that. Next week in AEW, in the same building, you're going to have Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Daniel Bryan, fucking John Moxley, Cesaro, all these savage. I'm not even continuing CM Punk. And CM Punk, yeah, okay. But in the same building, like the nostalgia, like the kid in me, like maybe 10, 15 years ago was like, holy fuck. Because that's what we wanted back then too, right? And I know as a Ring of Honor guy, those guys were all in Ring of Honor back then too. It's like, fuck, you want to see all
I
these
just
guys.
did the math in my head. The kid in me 10, 15 years ago, you're like 25 years old.
I'm actually turning 39 next week. But
The kid in me, the nostalgia, you know, like 10, 15 years ago. I think in my head, I'm like, wait a second.
Shut up! But honestly,
Yeah.
like we were arguing about like the viewership and everything last week. I think, and the demo, the demo viewership, if it doesn't go up from starting tonight or starting tonight going up in the future, I think there's a big problem in professional wrestling because why aren't people watching this? And as a fan, I'm sure you're excited. If you didn't watch AEW and you know Will Ospreay, you're watching next week guaranteed. I can't wait to watch that match. I know you can too. I know this guy that still doesn't know who Will Ospreay is.
Yeah, it's like
I-
Will Ospreay and Pac. I think they wrestled a few times in Rev Pro and maybe other places, but they're gonna blow the roof off that place. Like,
Well,
don't blink. Don't,
Is
don't
there
blink. Whatever you do.
is there a match you would recommend right now for somebody that hasn't watched the Will Ospreay match or a Pac match? Have they wrestled together in a match that we could go see somewhere?
I know Rev Pro. I think 2020 or maybe sometime before the pandemic.
Okay, because I could guarantee you this. I'm going to be watching Daniel Bryan versus Nigel McGuinness tonight, and I can guarantee you I'm going to be watching a Pac versus fucking Will Ospreay just to get excited for next week. But yeah, that's going to be who wins that match? I think you got to give it to the Aussie Open.
Yeah, I mean,
They all came in
It's
and
a tough
lost. They
one.
all came in and lost, Dave. So the first time.
that's the thing. Like, we'll talk about it later tonight, but just since we have it now, like, this is a match I wouldn't have put in the first round. It would have to be like the semifinals.
It's weird, eh?
Like,
Yeah, exactly. So at least you know,
you know what's weird? Not to keep
because
you up,
both
but
teams can't take a loss right
they,
now.
they
I
have
think.
all these
That's it.
big
Like, I guess
teams.
Aussie Open I have to lose, right?
Yeah.
But they shouldn't. I mean,
No, they shouldn't.
But
I don't know.
But maybe
I
we'll
don't
see
know.
something. I don't know. We'll see some dissension or somebody. I don't know. There has to be something because all the matches are fucking close, man. Like you don't usually see that, but that's good though because at least you don't know who's gonna win or lose, right? Not like Friday night
it's not
for
obvious.
Swerve and Keith Lee versus Private Party. We already know who's going to win. I'm not going to watch that match.
But to that point, the weird thing is tonight's match, though. Again, it's later on, but just they said quickly, this is the first time Roosh and Andrade team up with was that Roosh's brother? They said
Dragon Lee.
Dragon
Yes,
Lee.
Dragon Lee. Yeah,
So
as a
it's
trio.
just all these teams that have been together for years, the chemistry and everything, and this one team is the first time they tag together ever.
In AEW.
No, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh,
Well,
ever,
actually, ever. But I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they're all like, they're related. They're brothers.
Yeah, I know,
There's
but
They
a
were
just
all,
there,
they
you
were
know.
all in
but
different
like you
companies
said,
too, right?
Yeah,
the upcoming
exactly, yeah.
match, the next one coming up is so close you don't even know what could happen, and this one is kind of like you knew what was gonna happen. You know, it's like kind of like
Well, I don't know if you
I
don't know. I think you should listen to Eric Bischoff's podcast because there's a couple of fucking little things I've been fucking listening to, and he's been saying like the same. I was gonna say stupidity because everyone thinks whatever I talk, it's fucking stupidity coming out of my mouth. But he loves AEW, but he sees that the storylines are like it's like Tony Khan's doing it like as a nostalgia, as like you're just doing it for yourself and the marks out there.
You know what this is right now for AEW?
It's weird. Like
You
you're
know
just
what
doing
it
it
is?
for
No,
fucking.
but you know what it is
for
right now?
Fightful and
I
fucking
feel this is
Meltzer.
in a quick nutshell. This is where I feel we are right now in the history of wrestling. We're in that stage where AEW is in its 1994
150th
Hold on,
Dynamite
hold on,
tonight.
let me
150th
finish.
Dynamite tonight.
AEW is currently in its 1995 WWF WCW phase where, like you said, like
WCW
play-
phase?
Yeah, and WWF
Like
in the 95.
when they got Hogan. Just when they got Hogan and
exactly,
everything, yeah.
and a bit
They
before
were-
that,
yeah.
yeah. So like when it was getting very cartoonish,
Yeah.
WWF was like all the gimmicks. It was very like it's very like.
That's actually a good point.
And like you said, AEW is in this phase right now where they have so much talent, and they're just doing these gimmicks, let's say, or nostalgia things, to the point where they're gonna run out eventually. And what I think is gonna happen, because now on the other side of the thing with Triple H taking over, as it's progressing, and then as we're slowly starting to see the talent going from here to there, talent, you know what I mean? Over the years, are we gonna see MJF over there? Are we gonna see so and so pop up over there? Now with the Forbidden Door crap, whatever, it's great for wrestling business. And also, to sum it all up, the thing that was missing, we talked about earlier in the show, is coming back, and WWE and AEW are both trying to do it. It's the integrating with the pop culture. You know, you had Bad Bunny. You have Logan Paul, I believe, is signed now, right? You have Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
You have, the countless
Yeah,
AEW.
but that's mainstream guys. To
No,
get,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
But I'm saying slowly, it's getting a next generation
yeah,
of people
but
back
we're
into
lucky that
wrestling.
a
because,
guy like Bad Bunny, a guy like Logan Paul could actually wrestle.
yeah, and
Because
so
back
ju-
in
yeah,
the day, we had Pete Rose, we
but
had all
just-
these
just-
idiots
just
that
let me,
came.
yeah, but just
They
let me
couldn't
tie
wrestle.
it.
They
Just let me
couldn't
tie it up. Just let me tie it up.
I
And
totally
all
know
that.
what you're going with this.
And
Go
all,
on.
and all that being said, with the people starting to now speak out about Tony Khan has a lot on his plate, the storylines need to whatever, and WWE being like, okay, we're gonna get away a little more away from the kid friendly stuff, a little more to what brought us to our glory in the heyday, and we're gonna see it all culminate, and we're gonna get that blur the lines of reality again. A little more of like you said, long term, maybe just not gimmick. You see this guy on his podcast talking shit to a guy, on another YouTuber, let's say, or a wrestler that has a podcast, and it's starting in social media with this rapper or whatever to appear to as the guys. You know what I mean? What they're doing, like I said before, the Shaq on the NBA.
But that's a good point, though.
halftime show.
I find that they're at
as
the
they
stage.
bring out, because content right now, this day and age, it's like people aren't watching TV the same way, but they're watching reality shit that could progress like on the daily. You know. A celebrity or someone with a following could just do a Twitter post one day,
Do you know
a
that
video, and that could go viral and start a storyline.
Do you know who the guy is that's facing Hook on Friday?
I was just gonna mention, yeah.
Do you know who the guy is?
No, but
Do you know where he's from?
No, I saw the trailer fast, but they built it
He
up.
said he's from Jersey. He's gonna bring the back.
yeah,
That's
Jersey
what caught
Shore,
my.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what caught me. Jersey Shore. I'm like, is he on Jersey Shore? I don't watch Jersey Shore. I went to go check.
neither.
He's not there.
No,
but
to the
he
Jersey
is.
Shore.
He
He's
is.
like a
He
guy
is
from
going
that
out,
region, probably.
or he's the husband of JWoww. You know that girl that's with Snooki.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
That's her husband. That is a professional wrestler. That's
for real?
yes.
I like it even more.
So there you go.
I like it
So at
even
least
more.
that tie-in, it's not
Yeah.
it's not Logan Paul or Bad Bunny numbers, but He's a Jersey Shore. He's not on Jersey Shore, but he's banging the girl that's on Jersey Shore.
But what it is,
and he's on the show here and there.
It's generational. It's generational. It's gonna take that time. Like we grew up hearing about Hulk Hogan. We didn't watch him in his heyday, right? You can't get the Logan
Pauls and the Mike Tysons every time. AEW.
No, but you know, kids like younger, let's say in their early teens, even like 9, 10 years old right now. They know these celebrities, and they're in wrestling.
It's that generation, that
you
demo,
know, and as they grow up, they're gonna grow up right now with Triple H at the helm and Tony Khan, which I think he is doing, getting the help and really cleaning it up. He took on a lot, but I feel he's gonna get it all in order as we go forward. And it's gonna be a good, healthy battle.
There was a time when WCW beat WWE 83 weeks in a row, which is hence is the name of fucking Eric Bischoff's podcast. Okay, and 83 weeks in a row, not 5, not 6, not 20. 83 weeks in a row. And if I'm not mistaken, there's 52 weeks in a year. So that's almost close to over a year and a half. They beat them in the demo every fucking week. So it just goes to show that, and they were behind WWF.
Yeah, and then there's eventually years before and after that where they were competitive.
That's what I'm saying. I was going to say what you were saying before was right, because I think AEW is at that point where they just got Hulk Hogan, they just got Macho Man, they just got those guys that are coming in slowly.
They have their Sting. They have their Sting. Darby Allin.
Exactly. So all the WWE guys were coming in. There was $1 Million Man that came in. There was fucking I don't even know there was even Earthquake, Mr. Perfect, Virgil. All these guys were starting to trickle in, just like all the former WWE guys are trickling into AEW.
We have the NWO guys with creative control, running everything,
and at that time, if I'm not mistaken, WCW was up against fucking WWE. So just to show, I think AEW might have a couple of more years. And Jericho came out and said, in 6 months we will be beating WWE Raw in the ratings. I don't think 6 months, but
soon
it's going to be close.
It's a good time for wrestling.
They won't. And they don't have to. That's the thing. That's the problem. It's like AEW won't ever consistently beat WWE. Let's just say to them.
You know what?
There's no way they can beat them in. Yeah.
Don't think of it as competition. I find just think of it like just go out there and do what you got to do
for the industry.
Exactly.
It's
good.
Once you think it's competition, I think you're trying to compete with a fucking animal that WWE is a fucking. You can't.
And also,
we could joke about it. We could say AEW is better than WWE.
No,
bro,
but to compare
WWE makes
billions. Like over 50 years ahead of you. You know, like
billions.
But to compare both again, AEW, WCW, people that were WCW fans back in the day loved WCW and stuck with it, and there was something about their presentation that some people just liked that style of wrestling, that presentation.
I just saw the chat here.
And they were the
Big
diehards.
Joe.
The cruiserweights, man. WCW,
Big Joe. I think they need more belts. Shout out to 8 of the Tracks in the chat as well. I didn't see that. You gotta tell us when the people are in the chat.
Before we leave the topic of the integrating pop culture and with wrestling and it's how it's good for the business.
Comment of the night.
Somebody that we saw live
wanted my autograph.
No, somebody that we saw live also integrating pop culture was
Big Joe.
Green Phantom a couple weeks ago, making his rap debut with Slick Jack, which I realized randomly when I was driving in the car where I recognized his name from.
Have you seen him? You've heard him before?
Yeah, you know where I heard him? From one of my favorite Poli tracks online.
Really?
Yeah. It's a fat wop of the rap game.
So there's a connection with Poli.
Yeah, Poli features on Shrimp Tales is the tune. Shrimp Tales.
Slick Jack. I don't know, man.
Featuring Poli. That's one of my favorite songs. I have that. I listen to that all the time.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Get him on the show. Get him on Joyful Pod.
Yeah, definitely. So shout out to those guys. Again, integrating wrestling and pop culture.
It was cool.
Nothing but good things.
It was cool, man. Like the entrance and everything was cool, man.
Yeah. Get with the green, baby.
Get with the green.
Like Vegas Tracks. Let's get back to the action. We want to.
We have to recap a show, don't we?
Let's do a little Excalibur speed run here to the no. The main event was almost half of the second hour.
Where did we drift off there?
I think now we're at Jungle Boy promo. I think because we just finished Death Triangle. Yeah, so I think basically Jungle Boy came out, challenged Christian to a match at All Out. Because he said he tried to attack him, tried to beat him up, he tried to run him over with a car, but
wasn't his best promo. Wasn't his best promo. It didn't give me that. It felt like awkward, like when he said the car and like. But Christian,
I don't think he needed to do it.
How good is Christian on the mic, man?
He's a natural.
He is, and I could see why Jeremy Prophet loves Christian because
I would love to see a back
he
and forth.
made me smile tonight, Christian, man. Like, and he's not supposed to make me smile. I'm supposed to hate him, but like I said, in this day and age,
Is this right here? That'd be kind of
Canadian
cool.
here.
It would be Prophet.
we go for any Canadian,
versus
bad or
Christian.
good.
Prophet
so,
versus Christian in Toronto would be
but wow,
Prophet
man.
representing Quebec.
That's why that's
Christian representing.
But see
Toronto.
the difference when I say somebody shouldn't be on the mic, like a guy like Jungle Boy or Daniel Garcia. When you're up against a guy like Christian, tonight Christian made him look like an idiot. Like, I'm not saying an idiot.
But you have to
but
start somewhere.
I know, but
You have
not
to start
like
somewhere.
that.
He's young.
Not like that, man. It
has
just
to.
no. But now, how you come back from that? Now, right now, Christian has the advantage. Right now, right in this match, whenever this match happens,
Well,
because you're going to
I
tell me
think
that
that
Jungle Boy is
at
going
the
to
end
win
of it-
after this promo. No chance. There's no chance.
not just the promo. Like, it was the aftermath of the promo. Like, Jungle Boy clearly, he had to be pulled apart from Christian. He threw him against the steps. He stomped on his arm. So, although he can't, obviously he's not going to beat him on the mic. He's going to beat him in the ring, or in this case, outside of the ring. So,
I don't know. It's just not believable to me.
Big Joe
I'm sure Big Joe would look.
Big Joe says Christian is has a nice ass. No, Christian is probably AEW's best asset. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, Big Joe. I thought you're complimenting his physique.
I'm sure Big Joe has a lot to say about fucking Jungle Boy. I know how he thinks about the wrestlers like that. But
So what was the comment that led to Jungle Boy? This is where I tuned into Dynamite. Jungle Boy smashing Christian's head into the stairs. What brought us to that? Like, what was the?
I don't know if I caught it. I'm trying to remember.
Well, he said something.
Well, I don't know. I tuned
was
in.
brouhaha.
I
It
tuned
was just
in.
brouhaha.
I tuned
I
in,
think
and
it-
Christian and Jungle Boy
I
smashing.
think it was something like to the extent like Christian refused to accept the challenge for All Out, and then I don't know, it led to a brawl, something like
Okay,
that.
because that's so Christian. No, I'm not gonna face you at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Started
Because
dying.
Jungle Boy was talking about that T-shirt he had. Christian is a pussy, and apparently he can't say again. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about it. But
They cut it off as he was about to say it, right? Like,
yeah. Oops, I said it.
Yeah. Like, come on, man.
He's trying. I
know
appreciate
he's
the
trying,
effort.
but fuck, there's certain situations you put the guy in.
Yeah,
No, like,
it
I don't
didn't
know,
help
man.
him too, though. The crowd was turning on Jungle Boy with the what chants. Like, I don't know what that bullshit was.
But
like,
this is what live TV is all about, man. This is the
Yeah.
things you have to worry about as a top. You want to be a top wrestler. You have to contend with promos, people in the ring, and a live crowd, which you cannot control. You cannot control a live crowd.
for
Imagine
sure.
in Montreal. Imagine in Toronto.
oh boy.
Imagine. I can't wait. I want to see. I know. You know what? I have a lot of respect for the Toronto fans, wrestling Toronto fans. They're not as crazy. Everyone says they're not as crazy as Montreal, but when we hate somebody, we hate somebody. We hate somebody for 25, 30 years, Montreal. But Toronto always fucking comes back like little fucking bitches. So I want to see if they're going to fucking cheer Christian when he's in fucking Toronto. They better fucking cheer him. They better. And boo fucking Jungle Boy. They have to boo Jungle Boy. That's
sure
how
they
it
will,
works.
yeah.
That's
they
how it
will,
works
of
in
course.
Canada. That's how it works. They better do it. Hey, hashtag AEW Canada. There's your press pass. Fuck.
Press pass is right here, Tony.
Get one
Let's go,
press pass
baby.
for him. That's it. I don't want to go in the back because we're not going to do the Tony there.
Done. No problem. We only need one. We only need one.
Yeah. One champion. One name on the belt. That's mine.
Yeah, no interim champion, just one, undisputed.
I'm getting sick of this. Everyone calling me the interim. That was good
me too,
John
fuck.
Moxley. I know. Everybody is. We've been complaining about it fucking for how
JR
many
too.
weeks? JR too. When JR complains about something, you know it's pissing him off. He's not saying
Yeah,
it
that
for.
cracked me up.
There's not somebody telling him to say that. I can guarantee you that. So next.
I was saying no comment. I just can't wait for the title to be on a presenter.
And since we've been complaining about it, JR hasn't been coming out as often as before.
I know.
Is it
Too
my
bad.
fault? Sorry, man. Well,
is he still doing
Over sooner.
Rampage? Is he still doing Rampage?
I don't think so.
That was probably why.
Oh,
They probably his contract is probably 2 hours, so there was something for a couple weeks we couldn't come
No,
in that
because
early.
he's still coming off the chemo and all that stuff, and he's not
Who knows?
the 100%. He's been saying it like he's getting back on track, you know. So sometimes it's hard to fucking sit there for fucking 2 hours straight. You know what I mean? Like it's hard, man. And imagine you don't really on TV, you see the WWE announce table a lot more on the outside. So it's not like they could walk up and go take a piss or something. Or the AEW could just go behind the curtain there and maybe go to the bathroom or something. I don't know, without anybody seeing
For
you.
sure, Tony Schiavone does that every time. He goes to the back before
Sometimes
going to
Yeah,
the
because they
talent.
do all those pre-tapes and they have to pretend he's going to interview them.
Yeah. So
So yeah, okay, Tony, go in the back there. Duck under the table so they don't see you. We're going the back to Tony Schiavone.
no, man, I laugh sometimes. Like, unless other people are, I don't see other people complaining as much as we do here. Well, complaining
Well,
about me
You.
about the stuff that like the promos, the video packages, the Jim Ross, you know, what I mean, things like that. And then all of a sudden these things happen. And I'm supposed to think that maybe just happened organically and it wasn't because of us, but I'm gonna think it was because of us because that's how fucking confident I am with your fucking press pass up your ass.
Big Joe.
You're not gonna like this
Big
conversation.
Joe,
Hashtag press pass.
Big Joe is saying the whole Billy Gunn thing was a waste of time. Big
It
Joe,
was.
anything with Billy
Almost,
Gunn
kind
is
of.
not a waste of time. Anything
tell him, Big
involving
Joe.
Billy Gunn is money. Still to this day, decades later,
Oh my God.
Billy Gunn is on TV. You're
choke
getting
you
entertainment. You're getting professionalism. You're getting a beast.
Joe.
Still, when I'm Billy Gunn's
Just give me
age,
the word.
I
My
hope
hand will
to
go
be-
like this, and it'll swing back onto this guy right here. You should just tell me, Big Joe.
This guy.
Back to the action.
This guy, Billy Gunn, you're my boy,
Yeah, right.
Mr. Ass all day.
Yeah. Stay in the back.
Back to the action.
Back to the action.
I guess I'll continue. Sure. We already touched upon the FTR Wardlow against Singh,
yeah.
Dutt, and Lethal. They had a quick promo.
But wait.
we
Do you think now they're really? I'm going to power bomb. So
Shit, I
Wardlow's
hope
power
he doesn't
bombing
try.
fucking is gonna Satnam Singh.
Singh.
Is that gonna
I
happen?
hope not. That's gonna be a scary powerbomb. I would not want to take it if I were Singh. So please don't
I
try.
don't know,
it.
man.
I mean, obviously tease it, but do not do it.
You know what? Unless they've tried it before with the cameras off, like
Yeah.
I could see that. But if they're gonna do it first shot, let's go and let's try it. That's gonna be rough, my
maybe,
friend.
like,
that could
FTR help them.
literally
If it-
ruin Wardlow's run right now with this title and the heat that he has on him right now. So I don't know, man.
Unless they do like the shield powerbomb on the outside through the table.
Yeah.
They could do something like that where FTR helped them. That could work too. At least
Because
you got him doing the powerbomb.
in the end, you're basically telling us, like, I'm not saying you, I'm saying AEW. You're telling us that there is nobody out there to be in a storyline with FTR right now.
Yeah, there are.
No, there's not.
Oh, there are.
They'd be in this
There's-
match.
There's a match that people want to
They'd
see.
be in this match.
There's a match that
Yeah.
people want to see.
Why
out
are
there.
they in this match?
Alex, what's the match that people want to see out
Why
there?
are they in this match then?
Ask the people that people want to see FTR in a match against.
Okay,
That's
Young
the
Bucks,
big
we all
question.
know that.
Exactly. That's the big question, and we don't know, so we won't.
So what? It's gonna
speculate.
be. It's
We
gonna
won't- we won't put out
be. They're gonna win the
false-
trios titles with Kenny Omega and against
Obviously,
the titles. There's
obvious-
gonna be 16 titles on the line in
obviously.
one match.
Obviously, no,
We're
no.
Why
gonna
not?
put the
They're-
AAA ones. We
they're-
don't want the Ring of Honor ones. We
they're-
want the EW ones. Like,
They're not good.
there's gonna be
Should not be
15
hilarious.
belts.
They're,
3 and 3.
They're gonna stay away from FTR for a little while. That's for sure.
There's gonna be 9
Yeah,
belts.
I think that's for the best though,
10
because we just saw FTR and Young Bucks 2. What was it, like a few months ago?
Yeah.
So I think it's too soon to do the third match.
Yeah.
I know it would have been good if you had winner take all. It had like all the belts in the world, but
But
it's a bit too soon to.
who were the first people to win tag team titles?
Private Party.
No,
No, it was,
the
SCU.
SCU.
that's what. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
SCU. That was your favorite
Kazarian
fucking-
and Scorpio Sky.
That's it.
SCU.
What a stupid fucking thing that was. Anyway.
I used to love it.
Come on.
I used to
I
love it.
I love it.
I love it.
Where
we were talking
are
about
they now?
Wardlow.
Where were we?
We were talking about the
yeah,
Wardlow
yeah.
and the thing. There's one thing Dax threw out there in his promo that he is the best wrestler right now in professional. He's the best in professional wrestling. He's what
Yes,
did
and
he
he
say?
challenged Jay Lethal. Sure,
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, take that, god of professional wrestling.
God, a professional
You,
wrestling. What's
come
that?
on, man.
Was it the first time they started trying to
Wait,
put
you're
that
not a
over
Kenny Omega
tonight?
fan?
No, what's his name? Don Callis said that so many
Yeah.
times. I think,
Okay,
fucking
really, I
Omega.
didn't notice that. I thought it was like a new thing. Like they
Yeah.
want to just put like a
No,
new
no.
fucking what's it called? Either champion or whatever. The god of pro wrestling.
Because he is the God of pro
But
wrestling.
that wasn't next. There was something else next.
No,
There was
yes,
the
there
women's
was,
match. Women's match.
Tony Storm against Kylian King was
Yes.
next.
5-star all the way.
How do I follow that?
If you're following,
Those press
Dave,
passes, those press passes are
If you're following-
they're falling out of my
if you're,
fingers right
if you're
now.
following Dave
Those
Meltzer's
press passes.
star ratings, it's possibly a 5-star.
He gave
Probably
you
a
wanna hear
4.5.
this?
Probably 4.5.
No. What, did
Oh,
he
shit,
give
yeah, let's talk about it.
4.75 on the Jericho Moxley match last week?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
That's the same face. I have a gif of that. That's my favorite gif right there.
Oh my
The
god.
face that you just did right there.
I care more about what Big Joe gives the matches. I think
you know what? I
I
think
give
Big
Joe
Joe
star ratings.
Yeah.
I think Big Joe. I want
Yeah.
Big
should-
Joe.
the
If
next
you
Dave
can
Meltzer, Big Joe.
next week, I want you.
We want
to
5-star
just have-
ratings.
Don't have to say anything about the
Yeah.
matches. We want
Just
your
a-
star ratings
That's
on
it.
the matches.
That's
Big
it.
Joe's star ratings on the matches.
Yes.
I want to see.
I want it.
I want to see
I want
how
it.
many matches are not in the negative. Is what I want.
No. You have to give Big Joe. You have to give Big Joe 3 matches that Dave Meltzer rated 5-star. Okay, and one that he did 4. And let's see what Big Joe says.
No, but when we go on air live after this,
Are you on AEW Dynamite?
Yeah, like I want it to be
okay.
like as we do
I
this
thought you were
show.
just gonna give him a Hogan match or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
Moxley
Maybe
cannot
Big
earn
Joe.
over 1.5 stars.
There we go.
Joe,
What if he bleeds? Does he get 0.5 or does he get 2 stars?
Man, he bleeds. It's a guaranteed 1-star for sure. He's like the Young Bucks. That's my favorite one. The Young Bucks, as soon as they walk down, it's already a 4-star match. That's the fucking best line.
Right, we're gonna see next week. We're gonna talk what rating Meltzer's gonna give this match. He's gonna give it like, anyways. But
we'll document them so we can match them up over time. We'll do a monthly wrap up. We compare.
So basically, we're getting just a long story short. We're getting Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa at All
Rosa.
Out.
Yeah,
I'm sure Chris Stanlander had to have been in there for some reason, but she got injured. A speedy recovery to her. She's going to be out for at least 8 months, guaranteed.
For real?
That's it,
Yeah,
She
torn
blew out her
meniscus.
other knee.
Wow.
Yeah. Torn
Meniscus
ACL,
and
yeah.
the ACL as well.
Damn
So
it.
yeah, so
Shit.
she's gone for at least 6
Really-
to 8 months,
really
even
tough
longer
break.
than that with the
'Cause
rehab. So
Yeah, we've been talking. We have to think that Tony Khan was building her either for the TBS or the Women's
guaranteed.
Championship. One of the
Guaranteed.
two.
And I think
She had to have been taking
Yeah.
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she would have. I think it was
So
going
bad.
to be. You know what? I think it was going to happen. I think that she was going to go against Thunder Rosa, having the help of Toni Storm there, and I think Toni Storm would have screwed Thunder Rosa out of the match.
Oh my God.
Big Joe says
Sorry.
Meltzer
Sorry.
gives stars out like Tony makes up belts.
There you go. There you go. No press pass for you, Big Joe.
Quote Big Joe.
No
That's a
press
good-
pass for you.
Hey Tony, I love you, brother.
Yeah, just one press pass. Just one here. That's it. One here.
I went for Alex.
All right, if Alex wants one too, yeah, sure. Sure. But Alex has been on the edge of saying something like Frank Jofo-esque here, so I don't know. So. But Frank Jofo, no press pass, that's for sure. Guaranteed.
So where do we go after this women's match?
Just want to say something.
Oh,
Tony
yeah, go.
Storm.
Oh, yeah, go.
Just funny note.
What,
is
you
that
bought the
she
issue
does-
that she was in and you sent it to
Sorry,
Claudio?
what?
You bought the
She's
swimsuit
having a
edition?
special on her OnlyFans right now.
No,
6
no.
months?
You have a
She
promo
has-
code?
She
You
has
have
her
a promo
move,
code?
her running hip attack. Now she calls it the Sweet Cheeks music.
What?
That's what Tony Schiavone said.
I heard that because I was driving, so I was listening to it, and she calls that the Sweet Cheeks music. I just
Really?
missed
Yeah.
whatever the fuck that was.
Very
What-
original.
What is
But
the?
she has a great series of tornado DDTs. Tony Khan.
She's a good
Tony,
wrestler,
Tony
don't get
Khan.
me wrong.
Tony
I-
Storm. Sorry,
Tony
wrong
Storm,
Tony.
Yeah, Tony Khan.
Imagine Tony Khan coming in. Fuck.
Oh, my God.
If he could, he'd do a run-in. If he could, he'd do it.
I think because of this whole injury thing to Chris Allen, I think Tony Storm is going to become the champion by default. So
I think it's a good decision.
yeah, I think it is a good decision because I not to say that whatever, like Thunder Rosa, she's the champion, fine, maybe she deserved it, whatever, blah 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 blah, but she hasn't shown me that she's. I think Britt Baker had a better championship run than her, so far. Maybe we'll see some stuff next week, but I don't know. It's not grabbing me. It's not gravitating me to the TV and want to watch Thunder Rosa. Plus that little angle they did there was the same WWE thing there in the backstage when you're looking at the TV there. You're looking at the
Oh my
match.
God. But
Yeah, the classic.
of course, she looks at it sideways. Like, come on.
the sideways.
They should know
was-
better.
Well, you have guys in the back
This is
now. They're all from
preposterous.
WWE. Ariya Daivari was in
Yeah.
WWE. You got what's his name? Pat Buck. You know, there's all kinds
Yeah.
of guys in there now. They're coming out from WWE and they're going there. So they're trying to make it fucking TV ready for these guys. They're helping. It's true. It's a little different, but I don't know. Sweet Ching. What was it? Sweet
Cheeks music.
Sweet
yeah.
Cheeks music.
Sweet
Yeah.
Cheeks music.
Okay, you're basically telling us you have a sick ass. We know that already. So okay.
Thanks.
That's it. I mean, it's
Wow.
promotion for our OnlyFans for
I'm
sure.
not getting a
At the
press
same
pass,
time,
Bruno.
right?
So don't worry. Give
Oh, I
him
thought
the
you
press
told me.
pass.
I thought you told me I had a nice ass.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn
Okay,
it.
your name was Big Bad Bruno, Triple B. That's what your name was.
Oh, boy.
Big Bad Bruno. Figure it out. Anyways,
Yeah. So I mean, after that, we had a rundown of all the matches for Rampage and Dynamite. We had a quick promos for Best Friends versus Trustbusters,
Yeah.
and we talked about a Hook against what's the guy's name? Clayton, Zach Clayton.
Zach Clayton
Oh.
bringing the title back to the
Yeah.
Jersey Shore. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Was it-
I might have to go with Hook on this one. This might be the only week because I'm not a big Jersey Shore guy. I hated Jersey Shore. I hated it. So I might be a fan of Hook for one night only.
The tide is
So he could
turned.
give him by that Jersey Shore salam, a beating back to Jersey Shore. Let's go Hook. And then I'm back to hating Hook again after that. And you.
Nah, that I know that already. You're gonna hate me and like Hook, so I know that.
Well, obviously, because you're getting a press pass and I'm not. Fuck.
There you go. Send it my way, Tony.
Press pass.
Press pass.
Nice.
AEW Canada, AEW Toronto.
You think if we say it enough times, that maybe we'll just get one and it'll just
Yeah.
come in the mail or something?
Of course. Press
Press
pass.
pass. Press pass. Sorry, Alex. Go.
All it
Press
takes.
They
you
get that
gotta-
press pass algorithm on YouTube, you know. So.
I think in order to get a press pass, you got to ask for another belt. to be added to
Whoa!
AEW.
You know what? I'm bringing this belt. This belt will be in Toronto. So.
No, won't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it from the second it leaves the studio it becomes 24/7 rules. Remember
Oh,
that.
jeez.
Remember that. So stay
Fix
tuned to
this
the
one.
channel as well. We'll stream live the whole journey to Toronto. I could pin Frank
I guess
Jofa
you-
anytime, anywhere.
Are you going to be a 54-time AEW champion by then?
Yeah,
Who
probably.
knows? We'll see.
So off to the main event.
Yes. Main event.
I actually thought it was going to
Yeah.
be Brandon Cutler. I actually thought that it was going to just be Don Callis, and then they would have stooged it,
imagine.
and then Kenny Omega
Oh,
would have
jeez.
came out. But here he is. Kenny Omega's back in AEW. I'm excited. I don't seem excited, but I don't know. He just
You know, I
didn't
miss
give it
Don
to me.
Callis
And
more.
long months.
Don
miss-
Callis on commentary was amazing.
I love him. I love him.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's one of my
Wow.
favorite. He's definitely
Wow,
one of my favorite characters.
He made Shivani, he made fucking Jim Ross
Iris.
sound like idiots, man.
But you can tell Jim Ross liked it. The
Yes,
little comments.
it's-
Jim
it's-
Ross
it's the-
likes
it's-
it. Having
It's the
Yeah.
it's the duel
He
that he
was
had
arguing
with Jerry
with
the
him,
King
too.
Lawler, right?
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah.
There's no heel, right? To
Yeah.
bounce back off. You know, they're all good. They're all baby faces on commentary. Now even fucking Taz is a baby face. You know, so you
I'm
need a
surprised,
guy
yeah.
you need a guy to balance it out, and Don Callis fucking did it beautifully tonight, which was amazing. And the match
Shout out Don, Canadian.
the match, okay, was good, but Kenny Omega, I don't know.
They're playing that whole he's
Still
still
hurt.
injured card. That shirt with the fucking arm.
Is
I
that
don't think
what
I've
it
ever
was?
seen
No,
that.
no,
Have you
I
ever seen
know
that
what it
before?
was.
A
It's
shoulder
called-
brace?
It's called a compression top and a shoulder brace. That's what he was wearing.
compression
That's what
top.
he
Yeah,
told
they
they
us.
hurt.
call an Under Armour shirt a compression top.
And
so
he had a hernia surgery.
Yeah,
he had elbow surgery,
he was
brain.
wearing an Under Armour
Knee
shirt.
knee surgery.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had a whole bunch of
Um,
surgeries.
do you think
Don
that he
Callis
came
named
back-
like 4 or 5 different.
Do you think that he
things.
came back too fast?
I think it's part of the
I wonder if
storyline.
it's part of
It's
the
a
storyline,
storyline. Yeah, he would have come back.
I'm
to- he
afraid
would-
that they're screwing with us.
Yeah, he's not gonna rush
Yeah.
to get hurt again. No.
Yeah.
Again?
I tell you, it's all timeline with the video game. They already talked about the video game. It should be
Yeah.
coming out soon, right? It's all the timing, like
Yeah.
marketing.
Yeah.
Shout him out.
But I think it was a very enjoyable main event. It got crazy at the end, as you could
Yeah.
imagine, with all these people. You like the freaking Tope Con Hero by Dragon Lee to Kenny Omega into the crowd. It's fucking stupid.
It's so stupid. I know.
But
It's so stupid. They think they're in Arena Mexico here. That's what they think.
I'm trying to think
They
of.
think it's Arena
They do that in
Mexico,
Mexico,
Triple
right?
A. You know, it's like what's
That's how they wrestle in
Yeah, all
Mexico,
the time
right?
they do
It's all in the
crazy
stands and fucking let's go. The guy's buying a beer, he gets
all we
nudged
needed
from
was like a
behind
bunch
there.
of air horns. We were just missing a bunch of air horns and freaking someone speaking Spanish on commentary. It would've
man.
been-
That's crazy.
Ask you guys a question. I thought the last couple of weeks that the Bucks and the Elite were making a slow heel transition.
No,
Especially-
because if you're gonna go against FTR are good guys.
No, that's not even gonna happen anytime
Yeah, I know,
soon,
but
right
they're
now.
building to
But I'm
that,
saying
right? Like
right
you said,
now,
they're
I
building
thought,
to that, right?
Yeah, I know, but
so
look
they
at-
need them to be fucking. They need them to be fucking heels.
But
they're
the
gonna turn heel
the-
again.
Okay, but the teams in the tournament right now, so
Yeah.
the team they fought, heel team, pretty much. They, I guess, were heels, but obviously they got the pop because everyone was happy to
Yeah.
see Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
So, but then the other two
Well,
teams,
they came out of the face tunnel,
Yeah.
the Bucks and Omega. So I guess they're baby faces.
Yeah.
but you see their face. They came out the. Another thing I know
That's
is Matt
them,
Jackson's
that's
gimmick.
them, that's
you know
the Young Bucks.
is Matt Jackson's gimmick that he's on blokes? Everyone knows this is one of the things. He's in the ring to try to cool. He does like the all the time. Like
I'm better than you, and you
Yeah.
know it, and I know it. That's what it
That's
is.
it. Yeah, he wouldn't shake Dragon Lee's hand.
Yeah, well, we know why
Matt
Mr.
Jackson,
Perfect
even
was
though you're a
there.
good guy. Like, what the hell?
He's a piece of shit, like deep down, but he's playing the face.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So they weren't doing that when they were faces before, but now they're coming at the face tunnel, but they're still doing the whole heel
Well,
thing.
we already know what's gonna happen. This was my prediction. I think they're gonna turn on Kenny Omega and side with fucking Adam Cole down the line. I'm sure.
I don't know. I like Kenny Omega with especially with
times does
Don
everyone get
Callis.
kicked out?
I like Don Callis as a heel. I like Kenny Omega with that whole
Good.
that
No, but they're
thing.
still gonna act. They're still gonna act as heels.
Big Joe says it seems like heels are more liked than baby faces in AEW. I believe Big Joe. It's more that they just make everybody heel, and they make all the heels be in prominent storylines.
Yeah. And then make the crowd choose. I think that's what it is. And if you don't know, now you know, right? Is that your line? If you don't know, you're supposed to know, but you didn't know, but you're supposed to know 2 days ago.
I was saying the same comments a while ago, and it was like, I think someone brought it up that this is their style thing where it's like not traditional wrestling booking.
You said that.
No, somebody said to me that's like,
oh
it's because it's face versus face, who you're supposed to cheer for or whatever. That's the point. It's like a sports team. Like, you don't just, there's half the team in attendance, one team, and half the.
Well, like a UFC, it's not.
Yeah.
They could be two good guys. Like, they're not telling you.
People are talking. People are talking about it. We're watching it. We're wanting to see where it's going.
Involved here.
Something Big Joe's giving us star ratings on a weekly basis. He's already signed on. This week's 5-star ratings brought to you by Balboa Bakery right here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Actually, Chateauguay just outside, but not too far.
Go
so
check out their
stay tuned.
Facebook page.
This week's Balboa Bakery 5-star ratings brought to you by Big Joe himself. Stay tuned. New segment here on the AEW Dynamite Review.
Yes, I can't wait for next week.
Let's get back. So, you brought up some high spots.
Anything tell us what happened at the end.
I gave up writing them down. I said, screw it. There's so much shit going on, but craziness. The finish. Like, Omega did the V trigger to Dragon Lee. I don't know if he knocked him out, but that wasn't. Not the best looking one-winged angel. It was a scary looking one-winged angel.
A little rusty.
Was it better than Speedball Mike Bailey's on IWS?
That was so crazy. But
Joey Janela on the outside.
Speaking of, I don't want to lose my thought. But
you think he hurt him? I think he hurt him. That's why he went up to him at the end. I think not because out of respect.
They exchanged words. Yeah.
I think it was that.
He made sure he was okay.
Early in the match, Omega did that thing where he gets the guy up like in the fireman's carry or whatever. But he's supposed to roll over and like land on his feet.
He's supposed to do a moonsault. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what he calls it.
So now, did he actually screw that up, or is he playing the storyline that he's heard?
It works both ways. That's the thing.
Exactly. But now you say that happened at the end. Was he a bit rusty? Who knows, right? Like a little half.
It seemed like he was, because there was the
normal.
first sequence that he tried to do like a famouser there, like that thing he did with the Young Bucks. There was spots at the beginning. The first 2 minutes, he fucked up something. I remember. I can't remember what it was.
I know what you're talking about. Like it's like a leapfrog thing. He never does a famouser. It's a leapfrog into like a bulldog.
Because of the angle of the camera, it looked like he hit it, but he didn't even touch the guy. Like he literally was.
Not really.
So it was that, and the one-winged angel at the end seemed like, I don't know, man. If he's playing, maybe he's playing it off so that he could play it off, kind of thing, right? Yeah. So he might not.
Well,
I don't know with Kenny Omega, because the guy's he could be fucking us. We'll know about it in 2 or 3 weeks.
That's the thing. Yeah, he's like, he knows, like he said in interviews too, he has so much pressure, because when people want Kenny Omega back, they don't just want Kenny Omega to do. We're going to talk about star ratings. They don't want Kenny Omega to do a 3-star match. They want Kenny Omega, the best bout machine. So they want him to go balls to the wall, take no precautions, which is scary, given his condition. Yeah, I'm glad he didn't do a dive, though. I know they teased it. He was going to do a dive. That was good. Save that for another time when hopefully he doesn't have the stupid brace.
Right? But the thing is, all these guys that have came in like returns and everything, you kind of had like some kind of like, not a spoiler, but a tease. His was just last week. If you really think about it, right? There was only a 1-week tease. That's it. It's not like
Well,
they've been
I mean-
teasing it. Maybe on fucking on the Elite, being in the Elite, because I don't watch it. But
DT.
I guess you could
Yeah.
call the moment that they announced the trios titles the beginning of the
no,
days.
once Adam, because if Adam Page would have said I'll be on your team, we wouldn't even be thinking Kenny Omega would be coming back, right?
But that was the whole
And
thing.
even-
Like that was the whole cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like
and
what
even
they're
the
asking
thing
Adam
with
Page,
knowing
it was
that they have no
the
fucking-
whole cliffhanger was if Adam Page accepts, we're gonna see Kenny Omega come and want to do something, and if
After.
Adam Page rejects,
that
we're gonna
starts
see
the tease,
we're
right?
gonna see Kenny Omega. So it's kind of like I said, back to as soon as they announced the trios titles, we kind of knew that was the return of Kenny Omega was in the making.
Well, no.
Yes.
Yes, but
Yes.
if Adam Page would have said yes, he's not coming back right away.
Yes,
He's-
yes, that was the
Exactly.
thing because Adam Page said yes, and he's gonna come back and be, yo, what the fuck you guys doing? He left us,
No, it would've
remember?
been as they win.
That was the
fucking
whole
trios.
tease on
as
that.
they win
Oh,
the
that-
trios titles.
That's how I read
Kenny
into it.
Omega comes in and goes, "What the fuck?"
I read into it
You guys
that
got
Yeah, I think
either
more,
way,
yeah, I, think
I read
more
it
what Frank said. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it was either way. It was whether they rejected or accepted. He had a
Because think
storyline
of it,
built
that
in.
was what? That was 2 weeks ago. So you would have 2 weeks of build plus the whole tournament to go through. That's maybe another 3-4 weeks. So a month and a half of build. Thinking, is Kenny Omega gonna come back and fucking whatever with the Young Bucks or Adam Page, whatever the fuck the case may be. The Young Bucks and Adam Page win the trios titles. The week on Dynamite, here comes Kenny Omega. That's
No,
fucking
yeah,
6-7
obviously
week build.
obviously that's smarter, yes. But
It's just that
I'm
I
saying
feel, I feel like they just went
I'm
fast into
critiquing
it.
on what happened here. I'm saying that the 3-4 week build, whatever it was, it started when the trios belt was
That
announced.
2 weeks ago. That was a week before.
Exactly,
It's 2
and then,
weeks.
and then the first
So
time.
you're telling me Kenny Omega only got a 2-week build on his return?
Yes, you just said how not long it was, and I'm saying yes.
Someone
I
fucked
agree, and I'm saying
Yeah.
that I guess their build was tied into the titles, and I'm saying that and from my view of
Or
the
maybe
story
not have
was,
his match right away. Maybe have his match, the first round match, at another week or two or something. I don't know.
whatever it is, I knew.
Why would it-
I'm
why
saying
did it
I'm
have to
pretty
start?
sure it was apparent. I thought it was apparent in the storyline that the second that they interacted with Adam Page that first time, saying happy birthday, whatever, that okay, whether he accepts or rejects, Kenny Omega will have something to say, and this is him coming back. Like that was the beginning of the build. Yes, it's too fast, 100%.
Because think of it.
Obviously, it's not only too fast. Like we didn't even just see him. We saw him come and fight, like you said.
Yeah.
At least make him come out.
And then
and
no, but
say
then on
something
top
or
of
do
that,
something.
as I'm thinking that, then he wrestles a match like that. So what do you want me to think now? Now I really think you brought him back too fast now. Because if he's acted like that, I don't know.
I agree, but the
I don't
fans
know.
loved it. The
What?
fans
Yeah.
loved it.
Little do we know
Big
that
Joe loved
they're probably all laughing it up in the back right now. You know what I mean? They bought it.
One
they
thing,
bought
though,
it. They
one
bought it.
thing that was really bad though, like just I found that to close the show, I don't know if you guys caught it because it was really quick.
with the fucking when you saw him take off.
Andrade decided to turn on Dragon Lee and give him his wrist lock DDT right as they were going off air.
Yeah.
Apparently, I think production didn't know it either because they almost missed the freaking move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
And-
because you saw. I think somebody was taking off his mask before that all happened. If you noticed,
I
they
think
took
you're right.
the lace off, and I'm like, why are they doing that for? But then the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega walk away, and that's after Kenny Omega gave like the on Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That was weird, man. That's what I'm
Yeah, but
saying.
It was stupid though, yeah, because like you already had a big moment, Kenny Omega coming back. This is like you don't need to do an angle with the Los Ingobernables
No.
like that. This you could save it for like a YouTube exclusive to air on the whatever afterwards,
But
or
you see,
air on
that's what it
Rampage
comes
or
down
whatever.
to now. Andrade, I know
I'm a
Andrade
shit boy.
he's not happy there. I'm telling you right now, he is not happy in AEW. I'm telling you because in his contract when he came, he wanted to be in top fucking tier matches. He wanted to win, man. He doesn't want to lose. He's lost to Kenny Omega now. That's his 2 times now. He hasn't been pinned.
Yeah, he lost in
You know
Mexico
what I mean?
too.
So there you go, man. These are things that in contracts, if you want me to come here, this has to happen. And things haven't happened to his liking. I'm telling you right now. And that's just him saying, okay, we're gonna have this match with Kenny Omega. It's his return, yes. And it should have ended right there. But he had to go in it and have something to do with it because he has to be in the spotlight. He is a great wrestler, but it's just that it didn't like you said, didn't have to happen there. It didn't have to happen, but Andrade wants these things to happen to him. But maybe AEW doesn't want it to happen because clearly it looked like they forgot it was actually going to fucking happen. Fuck, man. It sucks.
Yeah,
it
it's
sucks
just
for
so
Andrade.
stupid, yeah.
I don't remember
It
correctly.
sucks.
Was he let go or did he leave WWE?
I don't remember. But either way,
Man, listen,
I believe he was part of the cuts, one of those cuts.
Budget cuts, but still.
No, but still, at
Possibly,
that point,
yeah.
you have say, but you don't have that much say. But
Yeah, but now
he
you
is
go
booked-
somewhere
he is
where you
booked
have
on
leverage
TV,
now,
but
right?
he has a job and he's on TV every
That's
week.
what it was. It was
So
leverage he had.
Some guys
when he came
don't
to
have a
AEW.
job, and
But this is
a
all
TV
before everybody fucking came. He was one of the first ones. He was like he wasn't one of the first ones, but he was in that first or second group. Now we're on to the fifth and sixth group of fucking people coming, and now it's like, oh, okay, now you were the guy we wanted 6 months ago, but now we got this guy, and I don't know. I don't think we need you now. That's why they put all these guys into factions, because it's sad, man. Andrade should be so much fucking better, and I think they're stooging this guy, just like they're stooging FTR. The same thing, man. I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna come out maybe not right now, maybe days, weeks from now. I'm telling you, man.
days, weeks, years.
If I ever get fucking Andrade on this show, that's the first fucking question I'm gonna fucking ask him. I'll tell you that. So.
He's gonna tell you how you know.
How
Like,
you know?
I love when he says that.
Because I know Amy Rose. Oh, it's our new song now, eh?
For tonight, it's our theme song today, sponsored by Dev Dibs.
Is it?
Check out Dev Dibs music on Spotify. Large catalog, very large catalog. Good hip hop, good trap music. And as for us, check us out here on YouTube and everywhere else, except for Instagram right now because something's going on there. But Joe Phone the Ring on YouTube, AEW Dynamite Review every Wednesday night. Joe Phone the Ring podcast Tuesdays on YouTube and on streaming platforms, all audio.
Don't forget Joe Full Podcast every single Monday at 9 p.m. Follow them on Instagram, follow them on YouTube, and follow us everywhere you get your podcasts. And one last thing, Salam. Wrestling is life. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.